Hey, sweetie, what do you think of our new car from Carvana?
Think it can handle our busy family?
Well, we have 7 days to see. First, we can take the scenic route to the beach and stargaze through the moonroof. We'll see if your drums fit in the trunk. Then we can pick up Mommy's friends and check out that legroom. And we should really visit Grandma. She's getting up there.
That's like a whole lifetime in 7 days.
And like one busy family.
With our 7-day money-back guarantee, you can confidently shop for cars 100% online. Visit Carvana.com for all terms and conditions. We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
On today's Smart 7, the Tories are missing Boris, all the big winners from the BAFTAs and lots more. It's Monday the 15th of May, it's International Day of Families and happy birthday Andy Murray.
The Smart 7. It's news, but
Not the news. Now that the local elections are done and dusted, the 2024 general election was top of the agenda for Labour and the Tories over the weekend. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer gave a speech at the Progressive Britain group in which he laid out the path for Labour to win the election.
This project goes further and deeper than New Labour's rewriting of Clause 4. This task is going to be ongoing, difficult and enormous.
Meanwhile, the Boris Johnson wing of the Tory party, the newly formed Conservative Democratic organisation, had its inaugural conference in Bournemouth with speeches from Nadine Dorries, Jacob Rees-Mogg and former Home Secretary Priti Patel, and they all want him back.
We have seen the ousting of a democratically elected, in fact, our most electorally successful Prime Minister since Margaret Thatcher.
With intense speculation over whether Labour could win an outright majority or whether there'd need to be a Lib Dem coalition, Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham says the priority is to get out there and win.
The local elections told us very clearly that the public is ready for change. And I think it also said it's not yet, in the position where it's clear that it's a majority Labour government, but I think we will get there.
As Europe settled in to watch Eurovision from Liverpool, Russia took the opportunity to make a statement of its own as missiles struck the hometown of Ukraine's Eurovision entry during the contest. But Ukrainian MP Kira Rudik wasn't surprised.
This is what Russia does. They are trying to kill us at some significant date for them. It is not something unusual for us. We understand and anticipate something like that.
Ukrainian President Zelensky's been on a weekend road trip, visiting the Pope on Saturday, then German Chancellor Olaf Scholz on Sunday, and onward to Paris for meetings with Emmanuel Macron. His visit to Germany was the first since the war began, and Zelensky praised his German allies after they pledged €2.7 billion of military aid for the country. He says the priority is to clear Russia out of Ukraine.
We will not attack Russian territory. We are preparing a counter-offensive to deoccupy the illegitimately conquered territories within the framework of our legitimate borders, which are recognised worldwide.
Saturday night saw Liverpool at the centre of Eurovision, Europe's biggest song contest, which ended with Sweden winning, so they'll host on the 50th anniversary of ABBA's win. Liverpool stepped up on behalf of Ukraine, which won in 2022, and the event was truly spectacular with a choir of former winners performing You'll Never Walk Alone and a guest appearance from the Princess of Wales on piano. Sweden's Loreen becomes only the second person to win for a second time.
This is overwhelming. I'm so happy and I'm so thankful. Thank you for this.
Even hosting this year couldn't improve the UK's chances, with most countries awarding the UK nil points. It meant Britain's May Muller came just 25th overall. That's one from bottom, in case you're wondering.
It's been such a huge honour to see just as many Ukrainian flags in the streets as British flags. It just fills me with so much joy, and I think this is what Eurovision is about.
Sunday saw 85 million Turks head to the polls to decide on their next president. Recep Erdogan, who's been in power for almost 9 years, faced a serious challenge from leader of the combined opposition, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu. Turkey's a NATO member, but Erdogan's also been close to Russian President Putin, so it's a potentially critical election for not just Turkey, but Western Europe and the Middle East. To avoid a runoff, one candidate needed to get over 50% of the vote, but that hasn't happened, and now it looks like a second round of voting will take place on the 28th of May. President Erdogan held a rally in Ankara to address his supporters.
If the decision of our nation shows that the first round is enough to announce the president, there is no problem whatsoever. However, if our nation has decided to proceed with the runoff election, we welcome it as well.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Arsenal stumble as City power ahead and all the winners from the BAFTAs. Right after this.
Hey, sweetie, what do you think of our new car from Carvana?
Think it can handle our busy family?
Well, we have 7 days to see. First, we can take the scenic route to the beach and stargaze through the moonroof. We'll see if your drums fit in the trunk. Then we can pick up Mommy's friends and check out that legroom. And we should really visit Grandma. She's getting up there.
That's like a whole lifetime in 7 days.
And like one busy family.
With our 7-day money-back guarantee, you can confidently shop for cars 100% online. Visit Carvana.com for all terms and conditions. We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
Welcome back. We're down to what Sir Alex Ferguson used to call squeaky bum time in the race for the Premier League, and Sunday saw two huge games. First up, Everton hosted Man City, with Pep's side looking to continue a winning streak and stay ahead of Arsenal. Despite Everton desperately needing a win, it was all pretty easy for City, who won 3-0. That piled the pressure on Arsenal, who welcomed Brighton to the Etihad, but they couldn't handle it and they lost 3-0. That leaves City needing just one win from 3 games, and Arsenal manager Arteta knows that his side just weren't good enough.
A week away from here, I was standing here and feeling proud, and that's the feeling that we had, and today we have to apologise because the performance that we had in the second half is not acceptable.
He's written and starred in huge TV shows and movies over the years, and now Simon Pegg's been getting candid about his alcohol addiction. The now recovered star had his own Mission Impossible, tackling both his addiction and eventual recovery while working on the major Hollywood film franchise alongside Tom Cruise. He popped up on Desert Island Discs and told how coping with alcoholism was the hardest thing he's had to face.
The thing is that you become very sneaky when you have something like that in your life. You learn how to kind of do it without anyone noticing, because it takes over and it wants to sustain itself and it will do everything it can to not be stopped, you know. But eventually it just gets to a point when it can't be hidden, and that's when I was able to pull out of the dive.
Sunday night saw the BAFTA Awards handing out prizes for the best in UK TV. The Traitors, Bad Sisters and Diane Ruth all picked up 2 awards. Ben Whishaw won Best Actor for This Is Going to Hurt, plus as the voice of Paddington Bear, he and Her Majesty picked up TV Moment of the Year for the Platty Jubes Tea Party. Derry Girls also picked up 2 awards for Best Scripted Comedy and for Best Female Performance in a Comedy Role, which went to Sister Michael, better known as Irish actress Siobhan McSweeney.
So I've been warned to not be like really boring or sad and stuff. So I'm going to start with a funny bit. As my mother lay dying in the Bon Secours Hospital in Cork, one of the very last things she said to me was, would I not consider retraining as a teacher? If she could see me now, getting a BAFTA for playing a teacher. Joke's on you, man!
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.